Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 18 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, we're just going to sort of see how it goes and work on some of the aspirations and whatnot. It is Wednesday morning, and I do have, I believe, Beatrice going to school, and Annie took another day off. And because Max and Diego aged up really close, like sort of late in the day, they aren't going to school today just by default. I would have sent them to school to work on those A's, but since they're not going, we'll work on their aspirations. So I'm going to hit play. Everybody's sort of set up. So let's take a look, just to start with, at Max. Now his aspiration that he had is the curator. So to get that collect 10 collectibles, that part's pretty easy, but I think the rest of it's not as easy. So he may be one of my Sims who's going to go do a job to get to level 3, and then that will help. So I'm going to, after he stops playing, have him go under household, and let me find it down there, find a job. Of course, you can also do that from the job tab right there. Oh, you can't for teens. I've never tried it because I've always done it from the phone. I just know that for young adults and older, you can do it from the career tab. But it makes sense because they already have a career per se, because their being a student is considered their career. So you'll see there, by harvesting, they are considered to be collectibles, and so they put that off. And I just find collecting crystals and fossils, because it's random what you get from the dig sites, is sometimes not so easy. But we'll have them work on that too at the same time. And so that, we have another child who's in the range for being empathetic. So while he's here, I'm going to have him go do some digging. Just set him up. Let me see, and there's some more. I find these new dirt sites, they don't actually necessarily yield as much as when they used to just be rocks. They're kind of random. Sometimes you just get upgrade parts. Oh, here we go. He's doing the job. So I'm going to have him be a manual laborer, because that's a weekend job, and the fact that he was just harvesting has helped him with his gardening skill, and he can do a little bit, and you need that for that job. So just in the hopes that he'll actually get up to level 3 on the weekend, because he was an A student as a child. I'm pretty sure they start at level 2. We will check here. Yep, I was right. He does start at level 2. So he only needs to get up 1 level, and he's already achieved the level that he needs to for the gardening skill. And we'll have him do his homework too, of course, because that will always help with... I'm just looking for the frogs around here. But here, this used to be a frog, and instead it's that dig spot. And so, like I said, I don't find them as useful, so it's going to make that aspiration even harder to do, because there's so many of them. I think that maybe is it. There's more gardening areas around here, but I think that's it for the dig spots in this area. So once he's done all that, I'll just have him come home. Now for Diego, he needs to, what is he doing here? He's washing dishes, of course. So let me zoom in and find him a little bit better. We can have him work on, he's over here. Let me check his hygiene. He may as well just go to, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not doing that for a reason, because sometimes I find they'll wash their hands at some random sink, so I tend to have them have their shower these days and then go to the bathroom, so that when they leave the bathroom, it's not as big a deal and they're not wasting as much time. So he's going to be having a thoughtful shower. Oh, we found some limestone. That's good. As long as he doesn't break it, it'll work. So let's look here. And for now, I've been keeping these paintings because I was debating having Lacey start the art career just temporarily to be able to sell all the paintings with the 25% markup, unless, of course, they fix the street gallery. But I am pre-recording this, so if there happened to be a patch last week, which is this upcoming week for me, and they fixed it, well, I won't be able to take advantage of it. But I'm not in a rush to have her start the career at this point anyway, so that's fine. So then we are going to have him, because he's on the painter extraordinaire aspiration, he's going to do some painting here, and we can also have him be mentored by one of our 2 adult Sims. So Annie is also going. I don't know why they're attracted to the sink over in the separate house, but whatever. We're going to have her continue writing her story that she was doing, because that's part of her second year. She needs to write 4 more good books to be able to. So once she finishes that, because she's already an A student, we can age her up to young adult and move her out and add someone else to the household for my goal of 20. The original goal has 50 kids you're supposed to age up, but I prefer to age them, like try and work on their aspirations and stuff instead of just like keeping them there. So I know my attention span is 20. So that's why I chose 20 instead. So let me look and see. And I did keep Kara Sue home today, and she does look like she needs to have a shower because she is, so I'll let her do that. And then we may as well, since will at the end of the day, which will probably be in the next part, we'll end up having a birthday for whomever is ready to age up. Now, I think I kept having Shahir ask for help, but I don't think he's actually ever done it. Because I asked him to come over here and ask for study shape help from Nicholas. And this time I'm actually going to watch it. But unfortunately, because like time has gone by, he's now in not as a good shape as he was before. So he could have actually learned a little bit. Is he coming? I don't want to look at anybody else because I want to see whether he actually follows through and does what I've asked him to do. It seems to be really slow, and I don't know what this phone... That was... I wonder if that was a phone call for... Oh, I see. No, we don't want to. Thank you. We're at home for the day. He looks like... Oh, look, he seems to be coming. Hopefully they get here soon. And I'm going to go back onto the double speed. Speed it up a little bit. What I'd like to do is to have Lacey try mentoring our Diego, but because I've tried to have these 2 do this twice already and it hasn't actually taken place when I've gone off and tried to look after the other Sims, waiting till they actually start, which they are now, so that's good. So you can come here and mentor him. There we go. Because you're just dancing anyways, which is not very useful. And Kara Sue, see, I was going to see, she should go to the bathroom. I don't know why the butler's stuck there. Like, why the butler's hanging out there. And I was going to have her, and are you going, did you finish your book? Did I miss the pop-up? Why do they keep going to these sinks? Well, I don't know what she was doing. No, she hasn't finished the story. Let's try this again, and this time I will stay. I wish they would continue doing what you asked them to do, and that you wouldn't have to stay on them for them to do what you tell them. So let's see whether that works for her. See, her needs are pretty good, and she just did go to the bathroom, but other than that, the rest of her needs are quite good. And she wants to discuss fitness techniques from her fitness skill and get to know Harry, who I'm pretty sure was one of the nannies, one of the many nannies that we had at some point. But she's not writing. Why are you not writing? Sometimes I have that happen with some books. They get kind of glitched, so I might just have to like scrap that book and have her start over if that doesn't work, if she doesn't actually do it. And that might be why it's taking so long and it's not working. She doesn't seem to be wanting to write that book. So I'm just going to have her... Have you had that happen in your game where they stop, like, books that they've started before, they just won't write them? Because I've had that happen recently a few times. I want to say it's been since either the November, or I think it's been since the cats and dogs patch. So he is home and he's going to the bathroom. Now, he didn't collect the frog. Why didn't you collect the extra frog that I told you to get? These Sims are not listening to me. Did the frog disappear? Is that what happened? That does occasionally happen. Well, you didn't dig up that spot unless it's come back, but I don't see the frog that was... Where is the frog? I don't see the area where the frog was, so perhaps it disappeared. And that's why. Well, there's a frog here, so maybe he didn't get that one. Because once he has 2 frogs, he can just breed them together. See, these, either he didn't get them or they're back. They've respawned. Not sure which it is, of course. So let's hope that he actually... Well, if they've respawned, let me look in his inventory. He got 2 fossils. He got 1 crystal. He got 1 frog. And he might have got these upgrade parts from digging. Let me look. So he's rocketing through those levels. He's level 5 is Diego. So we got a dirt frog, crystal, limestone, 2 common upgrade parts. That doesn't look like as many things as I actually asked him to look for. So we'll see. Little Shahir is tired. I think he... So we got some more. Let me look at Shahir. I know he's tired, but he's also a little hungry. So where is Shahir? He's in bed. We'll let him sleep for a little bit, and then we'll get him up to do some other things, to eat and look after his other needs. But since you are here, I'm going to have you come and rally the troops to get your needs a little bit better, and he's having a shower. I don't mind letting him finish that. Or get close to being finished. Because if I start to have him do something, it's going to cancel it. There, that's alright. He's got far enough on that. But what I want are... So let me see. Did you do 1 painting? This is yours. And, oh, you did 2. You got 2 done. Excellent. So we'll leave those there for a moment because he's looking after himself. I don't know why the rallying of the troops doesn't seem to... It did a little bit. So we'll leave that. And he's eating there. So I would like you, Nicholas, to go and find Karasu. Diego is good. Where's Karasu? Is she in the normal spot? Nope, she's not. I find they are often at the monkey bars. So I'll do the easiest way to look for her. Oh, she's going to the monkey bars. She's not at the monkey bars yet, but she's going there. So let me go in here, and we may as well help her with the teaching sorry, because of the fact that she already has the manners. So that, lots of limestone. I usually don't get so much limestone. Yeah, I find you need sometimes extra because if you get a broken, when you open them, that's when it counts. But if they're broken, they don't count. So it's kind of good to have a few extra in case you break some. So let's take a look here. He's got 2 crystals and 2 frogs. So one way to do that. I know I have the frogs in my inventory. So I'm going to do that. And then that'll finish that part of it. So he's gotten quite well. He managed 3 crystals. My goodness, he's actually doing really well, I have to say, in terms of the collection. But he does need 2 more crystals. But he may get that, and he's got lots of limestone. He's got 5 limestone. So I'm going to go take him to have his shower because he needs it, and rallying the troops does not help with that. So we'll do that, and then maybe we will have him... Does this look... It doesn't need to be looked after, so he doesn't need to work on that. The garden, because of course we have a butler, and the butler does a lot of that work. And Karasu, are you learning? Yes, you are. Where are you? There we go. They seem to just stand around when they do it. So you, Nicholas, we're going to have you go in here and do parenting, encourage, learning about sorry. Because that will just further boost that she learnt it. And so she might need 1 more session, but I don't think we can set that up. Or I know we can't set that up until she actually finishes it. We can't have her do it again. So how are you doing now, Diego, in terms of your needs? You need some fun. Oh, see, he's not creative. So even though he has that aspiration, the painting itself isn't fun for him. So Beatrice is home, and the reason I sent her to school was I was hoping that it might help her a little bit with her responsibility, plus it would reset her doing her homework, so that because that helps with responsibility. Doing your homework helps a lot. So I think, she's home, and there's not probably enough time to have a birthday party yet, but in the next part, we will have a birthday party and age up. Probably both Karasu and Beatrice. so that they will become teens. Shahir didn't really do anything today to help him with his skills because he was kind of glitching. He did move up a little bit in the thinking. It was lower, so that helped because he's so close. But it really doesn't help when they don't they don't do what they're told, and then it makes it really, really difficult. So you can't resume that. But you can resume that. So why don't you resume that Monte Cristo sandwich? That would work. And Beatrice, how are you doing with your responsibility now that you've done your homework? Not quite. Pretty close. But what you could do, I was going to give it to Nicholas. Oh, here we go. When I grow up, and this is for Karasu, I want to be a ninja. I'm not really sure. Raises... None of these are really anything that I want. Well, we'll just do that because the responsibility is easy enough for her to get on her own. Because all she has to do... Yeah, she has no homework to do, but she could brush her teeth and that will help. Brush. Right there. If she actually does what I tell her to do. And then if we do extra credit work... Those monkey bars are a nuisance, I have to say. So, Diego, how are your needs? Let's see if he can... Oh, great! We had one completion. More clubs, club gathering, rally the troops. So she's finished that. And her needs are reasonable, so we're going to try and have her do some more... Not resume writing. I probably should just scrap that book so that I don't try it again. Because it seems like she doesn't write it. So there's no point me having it sitting there. So we're going to have her do another screenplay. And then we'll have her listen to some more backyard music. And this part, let me see. Let's take a look at him, Shahir. He needs to wake up. Oh. Because he is hungry. So we're going to have him go potty. And then he can grab a serving. There's just food everywhere. And then I will put this Monte Cristo in the fridge. And... Oh, they look... no. So we're going to repair that. That wasn't good. I have MC command in my game, and I think I'm going to have to go in and turn off the ability for teens to young adults. It's not that I want that, I just want teens to be able to be romantic with each other, but it seems like that's the only way to do it. So, he's looking after that. And you are still inspired. So I'm going to take these off. And we're going to let... He's dancing. I'm going to let him come back here and do another classic large because he needs to paint for 5 hours. So we'll see how close he gets on that. Luckily, literal, she must have maxed her writing skill. Yep. So she's maxed that, but she's still working on the books. So you're going to come over here and you're going to mentor. Now that's a little bit strange because they're care dependent, so you'd think that would help. So how are you doing max now? Let's just see what we get in terms of the fossils, and then we will end this part. So he has 5 there, so we're going to extract our first one. I do wish they wouldn't dance all the time. I have to say. I probably can somehow turn that off with MC. Oh, broken. That's not good. Oh, you got another one. So we got... Let's have this down so we can see. So he's got 2. So we can see as we go as opposed to how... And we finished it. So we got 3. So now he needs 2 more crystals to get the second tier. So his... I don't know if he'll get those quickly. I mean, I could cheat it in because you take it out and put it in, but I'm not doing that. I mean, he needs to actually complete it. So she is on her 3rd book, so that's good. Diego is just... Why did that not count as starting while inspired? Was he not inspired when he came over here? I'm not really sure. but hopefully we'll have him start another one right here. We'll have him do a classic large and hope that one counts for that. But we are going to leave it here for this part. We did make some progress on both of our new teens' aspirations, and even Annie did make some further progress because she's written her second book and is on her third. And in the next part, we're going to be ready for both Beatrice and Karasu to age up to teens. So, yeah, we're getting through. The toddlers I struggle with because of their needs. It just takes forever for them to meet their needs, and then there's not a lot of time left over for them to skill up. But hopefully we'll have Shahir as a child soon. But that's it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!